What's really interesting is how modern this siege was compared to what was happening in Europe. On September 2nd, 1914, Japanese forces landed on the Shandong Peninsula and began what can only be described as a textbook siege operation. This wasn't just a chaotic medieval battle. This was modern industrial warfare at its most efficient. Unlike their contemporaries in Europe, the Japanese didn't just rush in guns blazing. Instead, they systematically cut off all supply lines, surrounded the German positions, and began a careful, methodical approach using the latest siege techniques. They dug trenches, built supply roads, and brought up heavy artillery piece by piece. Meanwhile, the combined Japanese-British naval force blockaded Tsingtao from the sea, ensuring that no supplies or reinforcements could reach the defenders. The Germans were completely isolated. No help was coming from Europe, and the local Chinese population had no interest in dying for German colonialism. What's really interesting is how modern this siege was compared to what was happening in Europe. While soldiers on the Western Front were charging into machine gun fire, the Japanese were using systematic artillery bombardments, coordinated infantry advances, and even aerial reconnaissance. This was some of the first military use of aircraft in Asia. The Japanese approach revealed something crucial. They weren't interested in glorious charges or heroic sacrifices. They wanted efficient, decisive victories that would establish their reputation as a serious military power. Now, if you're still thinking that this sounds like just another military history lesson, remember, understanding how Japan's rise to superpower status began helps explain everything from their invasion of Manchuria to Pearl Harbor. The siege was Japan's proof of concept that they could challenge European colonial powers and win decisively.